my perfect scenario, I'm not saying it's going to happen or anybody would be willing to do it, and you're right, he has nothing to lose, is if you believe that Dennis is going to win anyway, to avoid the whole mess, is tell Wayne, guess what, Wayne, we're going to go with Dennis, we're giving him our lines. You don't have to like it, but because you can't do anything that you have to wait for him to agree to, because he's never going to agree to anything. But you don't have to like it. You can complain if you want, but no. Who? I mean, Wayne?
Yeah.
Wayne doesn't have to give it up. He's already lost it. I mean, if he's told that you're not getting it, and it gives the people that are going to.
Why would anybody say to him, "You're not getting it"?
Because he's not. If they believe he's going to lose, if they believe that he's going to probably I don't know what the number is. Everybody's going to have their own opinion, and if they're honest with themselves, I would say it's at least 50-50 at this point. I'm being conservative. 50 could go either way. If people don't want to have the chance that he's out anyway, and we go through this ugly campaign, maybe they'll say, you know what? If there's people, I can make an argument why it's 75-25. I could be wrong. You could make it the other way. You know, it's not going to be determined. People have to really sit down and think about it, and ask each other lunch. Now, you know what it is. If we shake hands, I think it goes to 75-25.
Yeah.
So if you were really Plain's friend and everything, you were looking at the whole situation, what's the best thing? That we come out in the summer, Dennis has. Listen, he's not looking at the town.
I don't even know this guy. I'm just getting a little nervous. You know.
No.
I don't even know this guy. How do I know he's even the right type of guy that I want to work for?
He's going to be a lot easier than the guy you work for now. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's no question about it. He is a calm guy. He's a polite guy, and part of his biggest weakness is he's naive and he's too good-natured. He believes the best in people. That's his weaknesses. Well, you do whatever. Numbers going to win the line. That's the deal. That's the right. I mean, that's proof he got the line.
It's a big decision, Frank. I mean, you know that.
For both.
Yeah.
For both.
Yeah.
No,
big decision.
About the way I aligned it. He's got to give up talking about it, starting now.
Yeah.
Starting now.
And trust that he'll win the primary.
Yeah.
Get it? That's a big leap, and I respect that.
That's what I'm trying to get at. That's the biggest problem. And in fact, in trying to give him advice,
you know me. I'll make sure.
But it's not a proof thing. It's a result.
Agreed.
That's what it comes down.
Yeah. If he wins, he obviously couldn't have done it without.
It's clear to me, and I think, and to be honest with you, it's probably clear on some of the other lines as well. And again, the more over it is on September 15th, the less
headaches we got until November.
Because no one's going to talk about it then. It's over. And I'm not saying because he'll change his mind, but all these people go away.
Who will change his mind?
No, Dennis. I'm saying it's not because that's going to happen. No, it's because if someone sees he wins the independence line and the working families on the Democrat line, it's over.
It's over.
It's done. No one will talk about it. I get to go hide in a hole. I don't care what he does. If he's arrested between then and election day, it's over. Maybe it doesn't matter. You don't need both.
Yeah.
As we're doing it, you figure out which one is the least. How do you cross it? Well, you already said it. You're not gonna be home.
Yep.
Isn't that what your plan was?
That's one plan. I mean, we could sit down and maybe you'll have a better idea. Maybe we'll come up with a
but
better idea as to how to.
But if
family emergency.
I had to run down to Florida for 2 weeks during this period.
You got a house in Florida?
Buy one for you.
Where are the keys?
Yeah, I'll get one.
I'd like to get away with the family.
Then you should do that. You should do that. Or maybe it's the Jersey Shore or something. I don't know.
Something.
But I think you can navigate that. I mean, it's not gonna be easy, but you only know how that's gonna work. Again, we got one problem. We know who it is. It's Trey.
Why is the Trey problem?
Well, isn't he the one who's going to give you the most grief? Who else do you care about?
Yeah, you need any grief.
Then why are you worried about him? That's why I don't think he even wants to take a chance at a primary then.
Bad for him.
If he loses it.
I wouldn't want primary in my party.
So if that's why I think there's a chance he may say to Wayne, you know what, Wayne? So, but I'm not. So your concern is how do you, when it happens, in the independence party? Look, if you give him the listen to do, you did the most important thing for him. See, I'm not sure he can pull off. He can.
I'm telling you he can.
What?
I'm telling you he can.
The independence one?
Absolutely.
Dennis can win it.
No, win.
Oh, I said, yeah, I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Dennis can.
Yeah, it's morning. How are you?
Oh yeah, no, we're on the same. I don't see how we can unless.
So when is Dennis gonna give you a decision?
He's coming back.
So when he comes back. So what do you?
Well, no. What I told him is, because remember, you told us 700 votes. It's really 5. It wasn't 100%. I said, let me make sure it's okay with Frank. It's not giving us 19 votes. He has to win. He goes, okay. So if you tell me that part's okay, then.
Well, we both know I can easily make that happen.
Right. So as long as it's based on a result, not a promise, then it works from his viewpoint.
Yeah,
I told
job.
you inside. I prefer that. I think it makes him look the best. Makes you look good too. Not making me look bad or good. It for him. Hey, people will complain. Okay, but I guess what I'm saying is, if we agree to the current, and I'm saying here right now, is I think I'm happier for him to do the Nancy thing.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as I'm concerned, you can certainly pick. To me, the one you're asking for is the worst one.
Okay, so we'll
the one he's agreeing to is the worst. Does that make sense from where I think he is?
I guess so.
You see, man, it's hard for you to see it because where you sit, but I think he'll take less grief, and I don't think it makes a difference, but I think he takes less grief if he reorganizes everything, and he actually makes Wayne look bad and it doesn't make you look bad. I've been working with Frank for 2 months. I think he's terrific. It actually makes you, now it's somebody who says he was, before all these other people saying he's bad. No, he's doing a great job. In fact, I'm going to have him do Nancy's job, and I used to need an extra person.
All right, well, let me know
when he gets back.
What he says when he gets back, and then I'll still think about it. And
Frank, that's what I'm going to recommend to him. Okay, so
that's what we're looking at.
Yeah. So think of it don't think of it as a maybe.
So we're looking good then.
As long as you're okay with it being on a result, not on a.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's reasonable. That's not unreasonable at all.
I don't think so. Especially knowing we're not asking for a result. Yeah. But what I will say this: I don't think he can win if I'm not in the fall.
Everybody needs help to win.
And the people he
had
help
do it themselves.
No, but the people he had were not qualified to help him. Not that I'm a wizard, but I've done a mailer. I know how to work the list. I'm not in terms of getting these other parties out.
You put your own money into this race?
We'll see.
Crazy.
I'd like to.
If you had to, how much?
So,
let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to start the conversation off weird, but
no recording devices, right?
Yeah, that's what I got to ask you.
Why?
I was
paranoid.
I know.
Yeah.
And it makes me think like.
Back to the trust. I just, God forbid, somebody record me saying something. I'm like, I don't need. That's what I don't. It's the one thing I don't need out of all this. Is some.
No, I understand, but
bottom line. Talking to Dennis. I got him. I think where we. Go ahead.
No, we need just a minute. Just 2 minutes, please.
I think the thought you had about the working family party, very, very good. And I think what I like is the general part of it, which is we don't talk about you. We win the primary. We move on. We don't need to do it, so it's all good. This is where the problem is. Winning the working family line. Well, I think I believe it's enough if we're able to run a regular campaign. We're not able to run a campaign. We have like restrictions, which are we can't talk about this, we can't talk about that.
Not this and that, just this.
Well, this is a big thing. This is
just me.
I'm sorry. This is a big thing. Well, any allusion to when I say this or that, this issue.
The issue of me.
The issue of not your name, the hiring of somebody who he interviewed 300 people for, and he all of a sudden happened to pick one person he wanted. Your name doesn't even have to be in it, but it's just that concept. And I'm not sure where that goes, but to take that out of the fall campaign, for him, can he win that way? And he has the working family? Yeah, I believe he can. But it's not what you're asking for. I want to do anyway. I'm not looking, believe me, I'm not looking at any point to make you the issue of it because I think it's ugly anyway. but it's an important issue that he asked the town board for something, and then he did something else, and people are mad about it. So to totally ignore it is a lot if we need it, if the campaign needs it. So what I'm really saying is, for you to say, what I know won't work is, and we can get into what will work, is to offer up a certain number of votes. I don't think that has. The only thing that we can accept is if he wins the line. He has to win one of the minor party lines. Now, your concern was, well, gee, what if you guys are lazy shits and you lose? And you lose. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, we're not lazy shit. At least I'm not. If I'm involved in the fall, he's not losing. I mean, it's not going to lose because of lack of effort. Could he lose? Yes. But if you know the party much better than I do. We've already kind of gotten everybody's temperature. We believe we're going to get 80 or so from Bob. You say no? We went through his list.
That's max.
That's max. That's his total number. Yeah, but isn't 60 Wayne's total number?
Yeah. Without working.
With what? Without adding more?
Yeah, without working. He could go door to door and flip a couple. We did it last year.
Well, how do you flip them before the date?
You don't flip anybody. I mean, actually earn a few votes.
Oh, okay. No.
Let's say there's a good 80 in play.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 100.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean Dennis would be doing the same thing. But,
yeah.
So I think that's a wash, because they're going to make him do that if we're going to work it.
Okay.
But you're the key, because that other huge chunk will it's really what you do will determine who ultimately wins.
I totally understand your concerns.
Okay, and it's not because you're gonna double cross us or whatever. But why should he give up his campaign theme? Why should he give an offer to you once you're there for something that he could not even get? So it may actually prevent him even from winning if he keeps his promise, which he has to keep. There's no question about that. So he's reluctant, but let me back up. You also mentioned the number 700 to us. 500 last. It was under 500. Folks.
I was always told it was around 700 votes.
It was 4 and change.
Didn't you get 700?
Excuse me?
You got 700.
I don't think I did. I thought it was 5 and change. It used to be 300. I think people are saying it'll be 700. I didn't bring the print out, but
I always thought you got 700 townwide. That's what I always factored it on.
I think it was around 480-ish.
Okay.
So it was definitely under 500. Unless I made a mistake. Again,
so the working families line is good for, let's say, worst case scenario, 400 votes.
Well, it's 500, but let's talk about those 500. All of those people, there's people like you got, juiced up on that part. They're going to vote where you tell them to vote anyway.
They don't vote. No, none of my people have ever voted the line in the general.
They don't. Okay.
They just vote in the
But some people do. They don't at all. Well, maybe Malone's people. Somebody's people do.
Malone's people do.
Because they want to show the lines.
Look at my legislative race against Malone.
Okay, then you know. So let's put it this way. At the minimum that, and then you can talk to him and you guys figure it out. Maybe he restructures them, maybe because that's how we can save face on all this. See, I always thought the easiest thing would be to eliminate your job and give you hers. And then she makes a lot more than, what does she make, 100 and what?
105?
Whatever. But
I got another kid on the way.
That was to me always the easiest, that was what we had talked about originally.
That was, an election night. That was your idea. Thank you very much.
That gets you to the number. He eliminates what the bad thing Wayne did. And, it's you, but too fucking bad. You're good with people. You talk to people. You know how to deal with it. That we can be determined. But, we get the bare minimum. In fact, I prefer that.
You prefer me take Nancy's job?
I think so. Because I think it doesn't make him look like a horse's ass. He's going to look bad when he keeps you. Right? Come on.
For a minute.
Who cares? Yeah, I know. Who cares?
We'll all look bad for a minute.
It'll be more than a minute. The thing that doesn't matter is it's 2 years, and he's a Democrat, and at that point, who's running against him? Wayne's not coming back. So, all right. So, what do I get out of it? I've been talking to Dennis. I've developed a relationship with Dennis. I like Dennis. He's a good man. He really is. He'll treat people there decent. Is he going to be the sharpest guy who ever, sat in a superintendent of highways job? No. But let's face it. Other than Wayne, who actually has a very high education, look around the county. None of those guys are engineers. Most of them were former highway workers. And even take James Dean over here in Orange. He's a friggin' great highway superintendent.
He's got no formal education either. I mean, that's not necessarily a prerequisite for his job.
But so what do I have invested? Just the fact that this guy's my friend, he's asking me to help him. Make sure he doesn't get screwed in all this. No. Anybody Dennis brings out, I'll make sure. No, I'm invested.
Not possible.
No. You know, the people I'm invested in you. I want Elon.